Okie dokie. Stop. Stop, leg. Stop it. Oh my god. Come on. Here we go. Just waking up Discord. Oh my god, come on. Here we go. Okay. Discord is informed. I am here. Everything's good. Oh, yeah, forgot. I see you. There is a not small spider crawling on my door, and she's just like wedged herself in between the two doors, so that if I open the door, I will kill her. But ugh, I hate that. I hate that when spiders are being annoying. Oh no, now she's moving. Hey, Wasco. Whatever. Try not to be distracted. Try not to be distracted. Okay. So yeah, not another productive day today. Still not another productive day today. I did at one point basically wanted to poke you, Roscoe, because I wanted to do some, world building and stuff. Because yeah, I was all ready to basically by myself do the third floor, but then I was like, well, it's just going to be a hotel. It's going to be like a hotel layout almost. Um, so kind of what's the point of doing that? Because I mean, it's like everybody's going to have their individual rooms. At least the higher ups are going to have their own individual rooms. It's going to be nothing but admin offices and a hotel style layout um, of rooms, and then it's going to be like the servants' quarters and stuff like that. And it's like, maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll get there at the end of this stream. I don't know. But I hope to be on here for at least an hour because I'm going to design a pumpkin. It's okay, dude. That's fine. I basically got distracted because we went to the store, which was bullshit. Everything that I like, they seem to at my store, they seem to have discontinued or taken away. Like there's all these different like chocolate milks that you can have at like in the one serving kind of containers and stuff like that. And basically, we get lunch at the store because they have like a picnic section where you can just pick up like pre-made sandwiches and wraps and things and like mini subs. Realize in the middle. There you go. And mini subs. Hey, Panafox, and stuff. And then they have like next to it they have like a selection of drinks and chilled drinks and stuff, and they have um, chocolate milks, a selection of chocolate milks. They do not have any of the ones I like anymore. They've removed them. They do not sell them at our store. They don't sell any fridge. They don't sell any uh, Mars milk. They don't sell even the other brand of fridge that I like. They don't even have Yazoo. There's like nothing for me, and yet it's packed full of coffee, of chilled coffee. So Damon's fine, but the Mars milk, yeah, I know, right? Oh my god, it's it's almost worth moving over. You know, it's that bad. It's that annoying to me. But yeah, so despite that, I went around the store again anyway, some more. And you know, they have that instant ramen or pot noodle in the UK. And they have like this. They have all the different flavors of pot noodle, except for the ones that I want. The ones that I like are no longer on the store shelves. There's no korma. You know, it's just, oh my god. And then you get to the biscuit aisle and the protein bars, and they haven't had any of these for months. But so I'm not super bummed about this anymore. But I was. But where I get my protein bars and stuff from, um, because sometimes I just get too hungry and I get too cranky and I have to eat something absolutely right now. So I usually eat a protein bar, or sometimes I don't know what I want to eat and I'll just eat a block of these protein bars, and they're very yummy, you know. But there used to be a brand, a particular one that I like, that had chocolate and cranberries in it, and it was delicious. Oh my god, it was delicious. It was so good. Oh, my mouth is watering thinking about the flavor of them. They are so good. Nope, nope. They stopped. They stopped. First, they stopped making them, and the first they stopped being on the shelves, and they said out of stock, and there was just an empty place on the shelf. Then the shelf that place got filled up with peanut flavored ones, and then they just they moved things around in the store, and basically they just stopped having a place completely. There was no extra space on that shelf for them. So, and that's been happening over the past year. So it's like I've dealt with that loss. It's a thing, but it's fine. I never heard of any of these brands. Well, Fridge or Frigi, it used to be called Frigi, but there's actually adverts in the UK for these things now, um, where they just call them Frige or Fridge, um, and they're just chocolate milk. They're just low fat chocolate milk, and they are delicious. They are really delicious. Um, and they come in all different flavors. Uh, and but over the past like couple of years, well, actually, even before this, they came out with a flavor called cookie dough, which was okay. It was slightly caramelly chocolate, but it kind of took away from the chocolate. And they sold plain chocolate ones. I like the plain chocolate one. It was nice. Um, oh, and if you mix it just with milk, by the way, it's even better somehow. I don't know how it is better, but it doesn't completely mix in with the milk, so it kind of looks all swirly in a glass, and it looks awesome. And it's like you can literally have like a mouthful of milk, and then basically end up with a mouth. The next swallow is like chocolate and milk, and then it's just chocolate, and then it's milk again. It's really nice. It's a weird. It sounds bad, but it's a really good thing. But yeah, Frigi, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, um, but even Yazoo's like an international thing. I have seen that in the States, so I know it exists there. Um, I've seen that every time I've been to the States. So yeah, Yazoo used to have a little dinosaur on it. It used to have a furry dinosaur on it. Anyway, um, that was always very bland. It was very watery. It was like watered down chocolate milk. But it was just it was always very strange because it could be stored not refrigerated, which is very weird. Very weird having room temperature Yazoo chocolate milk. It's strange. I'll try out Yazoo if we find it in Vegas. Okay. But yeah, there's that one, and there's a couple of others, but they're not there anymore. But Mars milk is delicious. It's so good. It's so Oh, it's so not. I'm so pissed off right now. Anyway, yeah, we went to the store, and I couldn't afford beer. That's really sad to me. They had the beer that I liked, even the shit beer, but I couldn't justify buying it. So yeah, I'm going to be drinking faux beer the day after tomorrow for the filming slash Halloween party thing that we do. I say Halloween party. It's probably just going to be like me, you, and Panda Fox. Which I'm okay with, but sad. It's just sad. We used to get lots of people in all the time for Halloween party. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Um. Yeah. So then we came home. I got Damon's birthday present. I got Damon some more birthday present stuff because I found his favorite chocolate. So I got that instead of beer. So I got his favorite chocolate in 3 varieties. So he's happy. He's going to be happy on his birthday. And also, um, like, I got him a new toothbrush, but that's only because like he pointed out that like, oh, they've got the new toothbrush in here and it's on sale. It's like half price or whatever. And I was like, ooh, do you want that? He's like, well, yeah, but I'm not going to get it. It's still like $40. I'm like, I'll get it for you. Birthday present. Yay. So yeah. Well, three is a. I know it's okay. It's fine. I wasn't really moaning. I was just saying. It's just that in our past Halloween, like mini parties that we've had, it usually is like they used to be like 3 or 4 people at least that stayed, and there'd be like 14 people that came in and out. And Jeffrey was here. You know. Uh, I think that's what hurts the most. I think that's what's hurting me the most is that like he never seemed to, even when shit was going down in his life, he always made time for me. I don't know. Don't want to moan about Jeffrey again. Sorry. um. Yeah. I forgot where I was in my day. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. I'm still coming out of the. I'm still in that bit of depression. So it's not helping me that it keeps, like my brain keeps yelling at me about every bad thing that's happening to me right now. It's just fun. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to keep it positive. So yeah, but then I came in and I didn't feel super like awake and alive still. I couldn't find any fangs, by the way, at the store. There were no fangs. There were nothing. Oh, he did. All right, yeah, he did. That's yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be stuck with these, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, even though when I took them off, after taking them off, like for an hour or two after taking them off, I swear I kept thinking that I had bits of rubber in my mouth. You know, that was weird. But I can deal with that for like an evening. That's fine. That's not gonna bug me too much. Um, Yeah, but they didn't have any fangs. Their Halloween section was terrible. It was just terrible. However, yeah, so no world building today, and you said you were busy anyway, so that's fine. But we might do it if we get through the pumpkin design stages, because I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to do the pumpkin carving and hopefully the belly painting, and the video, hopefully maybe. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Because I'm going to shower and stuff. So it's easier to do the pumpkin, the pumpkin belly painting, and then I shower, you know. But before that, I'm going to be carving the pumpkins because we actually got another pumpkin. Damon wanted to get another pumpkin. I don't know why he wanted to get another pumpkin. We always get two pumpkins because there's two of us. So it's always a thing of like he's supposed to design a thing on his pumpkin, and then if he's too busy to carve it, I will carve the pumpkin and I'll make the design happen. So he'll draw on the pumpkin what he wants his design to be, and then I'll cut it out for him. That's kind of like the thing. I'll carve it for him. But like over the past 5 years or so, he hasn't been doing that at all. So fortunately, we basically have 3 pumpkins to design, 3 of them. And I'm so glad you're here, Roscoe, because I still don't get your design idea. Because you said the description of the piece of art that you sent me doesn't match what the picture is. It's a picture of a pig with tusks, so or whatever, and an axe next to it, and it's like I don't know. Yeah. Basically, submissions of pumpkins are, it could be a drawing on a napkin, it could be drawing on a piece of paper, anything. You draw a pumpkin, and you put a design in it, and I then judge them and put them on the pumpkins. However, lack of designs, you know, if I get a lack of designs or like only one person posts a design or something, I'll try to do that design on something, and then I will usually do my own thing for the other 2. So like one year we had like a Minecraft, these are mine designs. We had a Minecraft pumpkin. We had a tiny face pumpkin. Still loving that one. We had a derpy pumpkin. We had a more animalistic, spiky pumpkin. Like I went really crazy with the spikes. Almost went all the way around the pumpkin with like the teeth, the sharp teeth. Made it a really jagged design. It looked really cool. I thought it looked really cool anyway. And stuff like that. So when I got your design, I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what exactly I'm supposed to take from this, and I am sorry, but I was like, I don't know what to do. So yeah, we're going to design right here and now tonight the 3 pumpkin designs. Now, if nobody gives me a design, then I get creative and I do my own design. So for at least one of the pumpkins that I've got, probably my one because it's the more shapely one. It's more pumpkin shaped. Damon's one that he picked out today is slightly smaller, and it's got like a nudge mixing from the back. It's like indented at the back somehow. I don't know. So that one's going to have like a face or something kind of design. Or whatever we come up with here. I don't know. And then there's the one that's going to be on me, which is, I don't know. I did see a cool idea, and I was going to steal it a little bit, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, my pumpkin design is just going to be a latticey pattern. You know, it's just going to be a pattern. It's not going to be a face or anything. It's just going to be like a crossed out diamonds. You know, just around the pumpkin. I'm trying to think of more elaborate designs than that, but you know, that's probably going to take a long time anyway to do. So yeah. And I'll probably do a live stream for it. An orc and his axe, either one. Well, the axe is not a face on a pumpkin. You have done pumpkins, right, before? Right? You know the concept of pumpkins? With my nephews and my nephews-in-law, I basically am the pumpkin king. I do the carving for them. Like they draw the designs on them and they get messy with the brains and the guts of the pumpkin. And then, yeah, so it's like a kid thing. You've never done a pumpkin. Okay, so what's with the axe thing? It's a face. It's a pumpkin face. I mean, there are these super elaborate designs where they basically use them as a canvas, but we can't do that. I don't have the tools to do that. I don't actually know how to do that. I don't have the time to do all of that. is the real answer. The real answer is that I don't really have the time to sit there with a pumpkin and basically like draw with tiny knives and carving tools, you know? Well, you know jack-o'-lanterns or pumpkins. I mean, you must have seen them. I'm confused. I'm confused as to how somebody doesn't understand the ideas of what pumpkins are. Panafox, help me out here, please. Please help me. I can't be the only one that's confused with this. You've seen them in movies. Ooh, I've got this fantastic tool. Where I can actually put it in the picture, like put a picture up. Don't I? Oh, come on, you have background music, but you don't have this. Overlay, logo. I swear I saw it. I swear I saw it. Like I can do. Uh, oh, slides. Um, okay. Would it be under art? Oh, you fucker. Okay, never mind. Never touched pumpkin sellers. Roscoe here doesn't get the concept of a pumpkin design. He doesn't seem to understand how to design a pumpkin. I think I sent you the designs. I think they're in the folder in the art folder somewhere. Right, it's not letting me add a picture. Having issues? Yes. I mean, I could share my screen. Why did it open it twice? Click twice, didn't I? Oh, okay. Right. I can share my screen. So this is a pumpkin. This is a pumpkin. As you can see, it's a face. It's easy to carve out with a knife. It's, I mean, this design is the creepier, kind of more angular one with the big mouth, you know, giant teeth and everything. Like, I mean, here's like a selection of pumpkins. I got one with like giant eyes. I thought that one was cute. We had three pumpkins here. Why do we have three pumpkins? I don't remember why we have three pumpkins this year. But yeah, see, giant eyes. We usually get like a small pumpkin and a big pumpkin. And yeah, so we got Damon's pumpkin, and then we got my pumpkin behind that one, and then the little pumpkin. We always get a little pumpkin, and that's just kind of a free for all, just in case. I think we got the small one because it was just so cute. Also, you see that thing in the jar, or that little poop in the jar. Can you see that in that plastic tub? Can you see that? This is funny. You might find this funny, but you see that little poop? It looks like a little poop in a. It's not a poop in a jar. Okay, YouTube, calm down. This isn't a fetish thing or anything. Um, you see that poop? I'm waiting for somebody to reply in chat. Yeah, yeah. That's a caterpillar. That was a caterpillar. That is actually a chrysalis, a cocoon. That's a cocoon for a large caterpillar. That's the size of my finger. The caterpillar was like, it was huge, and it's that thing's actually like that big. It's very hefty. It's going to turn into a big hawk moth. It's going to be really impressive. It hasn't hatched for 2 years, but it's alive. It's alive because its breathing tube hole thing. It's at the end of its body. It moves. Isn't that creepy? But it's just been in that tub in our kitchen for 2 years. But yeah, that's what's in that jar. It's not that jar, that plastic tub. That's what's in that plastic tub. It's a caterpillar. It's going to be a moth. It's going to be a giant moth. But yeah, a mega butterfly. It's going to be a moth. It's a hawk moth. They're massive. um, but yeah, we found a giant caterpillar in our garden. It was about to be eaten by a bird or something. Damon took it inside, and then it just turned into the poop. So yeah. Anyway, those are pumpkins. That's the little pumpkin. It's a cute. But yeah, so you understand the pumpkin thing? Are these all the same pumpkin? These are all the same pumpkins. Yeah, that was bullshit. The little pumpkin had a sticker on it that says large pumpkin. That's fucking bullshit. Oh, these are another year. See, we got a derpy pumpkin. We got a derpy pumpkin, and then we got like a cat or something. I think that was like that was a fan submission or something. It might have tried. I might have tried to make it a wolf, but it turned into more like a cat or something. I don't know. Although it's got a nose. Cats don't really have like they have noses, but they have kind of like they don't really they kind of blend into their fur. It's very weird, cat noses. Yeah. Okay. So I was going off of my art file here. Let me just. I did do a piggy pumpkin or an attempt at a piggy pumpkin. Why are you trying to take off, computer? See, there's a piggy pumpkin. The knife slipped. It just kind of looked. It didn't look right. It didn't turn out right. I don't know why. But I like the one behind it. It's just eyes. I thought that was cute. But yeah, these are super basic designs. Oh look, there's some handmade Christmas cards. I know it's not really relevant. They're made out of recycled Christmas wrapping paper. But yeah, I made these with my nephews. Oh, that's wrapping. That's my wrapping. I'm really good at wrapping. Santa's my dad, okay? And I made these. I have duct tape. Anyway, calm down, computer. Can you hear it? It's really trying. Jesus. Are there any more? Why? Good, you can only see the cut marks, but yeah, tiny face. The big mouth one. So yeah, that's the kind of designs that we're looking for, you know. They're the kind that we're looking for. Or something that I can almost replicate, at least a little bit. I'll try again next year. You can do it now. As you can see, they're not hard. They're not hard, and we're sorting out the designs for the pumpkins right now. For these pumpkins anyway. So I need a belly one, and I need one for a small-ish pumpkin. So yeah, I will get the book. currently in bed watching me. Well, that's nice, I guess. You can be creative in bed. So yeah. Got a pumpkin. Hmm. Well, traditionally, I basically paint a pumpkin on my belly, and then I paint a design on the pumpkin, like it's another pumpkin. That is what is tradition here. You know, found those videos yet? All those pictures. How about for the carved one? Okay. Nothing wrong with that. That's okay. How about for one of them, we do kind of like a dead face, like a I'm dead face, maybe. So I've got two pumpkins. I've got the belly pumpkin and I've got the regular pumpkin, just with X's. Maybe that'll be funny. Okay, night. I mean, you're already in bed, so head to bed. Yeah. I mean, I can't think of anything else. I'm kind of like I'm kind of yeah. I was gonna be like really ironic and just paint a pumpkin. Well, not paint a pumpkin, like carve a pumpkin shape out of a pumpkin, like in the middle of a pumpkin. But I thought that would be a bit just stupid, you know. It's not that stupid. It sounds stupid. It sounds funny, but I bet it wouldn't. I bet it wouldn't come out as well as I'd hope. You know. Plus, I've only got 3 pumpkins, so yeah. Oh, I haven't looked at the spider. Wonder where it went. Hopefully not on me. That'd be shit. No, she's still there. It's not that stupid. Well, I mean, I'm open to suggestions, Panafox. You are very, very wise. Gimme, gimme, gimme. So for the simple lattice pattern, I have a pen that doesn't work. It's just going to be kind of like, I don't know, it might look like a chain link fence if I just do kind of like that pattern, you know, just around the pumpkin. Just repeat that around the pumpkin. Hmm. I like the dead face idea, but that does still mean that we've got a belly pumpkin to do. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'll try to think of something more creative. It has to be simple though. That's the problem with the more traditional or the more less traditional design. I've not been on for 45 minutes. That's a lie. I've been on for like 20 minutes. That's what it feels like. bunch of different shapes. I just chucked my pen on the floor. Where's with me? I keep throwing things on the floor. Remember, I've got to carve this in a day with just a knife. So I'm trying to keep it simple but look good. You know, maybe long triangles. You know, one going up and then one going down. I like the lattice design, but I do like that, but without it making it look like a chain link fence. Use the dead face. I don't know what that means. Also, have you tried to carve with a knife into something like even soft wood, a circle? Have you tried that? The best you're going to get is like an octagon, an uneven octagon. um, oh, how about I need you to explain the last thing you said. What, on one pumpkin, or what do you mean use the dead face? I'm going to use that, but I don't know whether to use that on my tummy or what, because we still got another design to figure out. How about a series of triangles that are just a randomly lengthed like that, all the way around the pumpkin? Because then when the light comes through it, it will actually make it look like there's fire, you know? The dead face on a pumpkin, and just make some shapes. So the dead face will be on the pumpkin. Okay, and just make some shapes that match it, and maybe hide some faces too in the mix of shapes. It's going to be really difficult to carve that into a pumpkin. Just lots of different small and big shapes, and maybe faces. It just like I can try, but with the randomness, it will probably end up looking very cluttered, and it could destroy the pumpkin. I could easily accidentally overdo it, and then there'll be like a whole section of the pumpkin that'll just kind of collapse, or I'll make a mistake on, and it will just cut through the entire pumpkin. You know, that could work too. What I mean for the yeah, because I like I said, I wanted a kind of uniform thing. I do miss the lattice pattern, but you know, I don't think in 5 minutes we're going to make that work. How about let me have a look at Roscoe's picture. I still can't believe that he didn't understand about the whole pumpkin thing. I've done a piggy pumpkin before, that's the problem. Both in pumpkin form and on my tummy. And that's definitely a pig. That's not an orc. Shame. Eh. So we need another face then. I'm going to try this design. The triangles. Like I said, I want to try your idea if I had a lot of time, but tomorrow I've not got a lot of time. And all the pumpkin carving bit I was going to stream. And I'm not entirely sure if that's a good idea in the first place, because of the whole not many people or anybody might turn up, you know, because it'll be an early stream, so I don't think even you guys would turn up. depending on the time. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Maybe for the filming of the pumpkin video. But even then that will be earlier than this. So does anybody remember that there's a game? There's a furry game that's got a lot to do with inflation and stuff, about a lizard that goes around and eats stuff, and like he blows his belly up and stuff. But he's got a tattoo on his belly, and it's kind of like it's just a face, but it changes. Like his belly's got a mind of its own or something. Tribal Hunter, yes, thank you. And yeah, what if I just draw the happy face from Tribal Hunter on the belly tattoo? But I messed up already. I'm just trying to draw a quick sketch of it, but it's like it's not quick sketchable. It's like, but it's so simple, the design, right? But no, it's actually like harder. So because I messed up with the eyes, I made it hypno eyes, and it's teeth. It's because there's a drawing behind it. I'm trying to overlay. You get the idea. I gave it a nose because there's a gap between it. Why don't you focus? There it is. And that's fairly replicable on my tummy because it's a lot more canvas. So hopefully I won't screw up so much. Maybe. What do you think? Um, oh, um, you know what? I'm looking up. I'm just going to look up tribal hunter belly face. It has a wiki. Oh, it's way cooler than that. Okay. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Your hair connections fucked. Yeah, I did a wrong. Let me just see if this will work on an actual pumpkin. I don't know. It seems a bit. I mean, if I did it really thick lines, it might work. I thought it was more elaborate than that. It's just that face. And I thought it was more elaborate than that, so I did like a. But on the belly pumpkin, it will look a lot better because it will be a lot clearer. I'll make the lines thicker. Maybe even I might just use a sponge. Well, I kind of like it. Yeah, when you put eyes in it, it gives it a completely different feel. I mean, how would I put a different twist on it? No idea what that means. No clue what that means. It's got a bit late now anyway. Oh shit. Did I put the... No, I got the paper there. Okay. Yeah, if you have any ideas, let me know. I think I'm going to play on the computer for a little bit. Pop face is like that tattoo. Oh, I'm not being a grammar Nazi. I'm not, but you should use when you're saying pop because it's a word and it's also his name. You should capitalize it because then I understand what you mean. I've already done a pig. I'm not saying all pigs. It's just that it's kind of, Pop's face is. I don't know if I could. It's not that face. We just came up with a whole different idea, and that's a whole different idea to the one that we came up with, that I technically came up with, which is basically just using the other tattoo. I like that tattoo. It's just that's a completely different thing. And his face, although it might be replicable on my tummy, it's just a tad too complicated to replicate on my tummy. It's not as simple as just drawing it, because I am doing it in reverse and at an angle and on my tummy. It's yeah. If somebody else was doing it, then hell yeah. But Damon can't draw, and there's no one else here, so it'll be me doing it. And I've already done a pig, which was kind of going to be a replication anyway of Pop's face. But yeah. So this face is sweet, simple, and it's sort of recognizable. So I'm kind of wondering if anyone's going to figure this out, because yeah. How old is Tribal Hunter? I swear that game is actually really, really old now. I'm not sure about carving it into a pumpkin because, like I said, it is rather complicated to get a likeness out on a pumpkin. I have tried doing a pig before on a pumpkin, and the curves of what I can actually carve out of the pumpkin is just too complicated for me to not mess up and ruin the pumpkin because I can't just click back on a pumpkin. So yeah, it's like it doing a pumpkin is easy only because I do the easy designs. If I try to do anything complicated in the past, I've fucked up an entire pumpkin, which means that if I wanted to try again, I would have to get another pumpkin, carve it out, like hollow it out, and then try to design again. And it's just like, yeah. Like I like my fire idea for the base one. I'm worried now that it could ruin the structural integrity of the pumpkin if I do that design all the way around, because there's going to be very little holding the pumpkin up. It should be fine. Excuse me. Now, what if I just do squares? Make it like an actual lantern, Maybe that would be cool. I don't know. It's designs for the future. Try to remember this for the future in case I accidentally get more than one pumpkin or something. I don't know. I've done all the cutesy cute little pumpkin designs, and I don't actually have a tiny pumpkin this year. I'm really bummed about that. I should have looked harder and found a tiny pumpkin to bring home. Because we always bring a tiny pumpkin home or a small pumpkin, just a very small pumpkin, and we end up doing the fairly lazy but cute tiny face designs, or the giant eyes design. I like that one. I forgot that one completely about the giant eye one. But yeah. I kind of want to attempt the tiny face one because it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to in the first place. But I kind of want to try that again someday. I don't know. See how I feel tomorrow, and I might stream it. I might not, but I probably will stream the belly painted pumpkin uh, thing so that I don't just stand there. So that I get some, yeah. Well, I haven't done the dead face before, so I either do the dead face, although I'm not liking the dead face on account of it's got the tongue out, and just carving out a tongue is kind of like it's not really a tongue. That's a carved out bit of where the tongue should be. Ugh. I don't know. It just seems very simple and symmetrical. If I don't have the tongue. I could put some ketchup on it to make it look like the tongue, but then people might think that's blood. Oh my god. We'll think about this tomorrow. If I don't like the dead face thing still tomorrow, or if I ask Damon and he doesn't like the dead face idea, or he likes the tiny face better, then I might try the tiny face one again. Put a tiny face on the belly would be funny. See, I like that, but also I like the Tribal Hunter one. My belly isn't that symmetrical, so essentially I could put like another black mark next to my belly button and then have a little smile underneath it. So I mean that could work, but it just seems like a lot of. It seems like it could be missed, you know. Plus the face would have to be. I'd like it high as possible, so it'd be just under the belly button. I mean, just above the belly button. The Tribal Hunter one is better. Why do you make me just second guess myself all the time, dude? Stop it. You're not trying. Well, you don't ever have to try hard. Ah. I'm trying to think of a way to do both the tiny face and the Tribal Hunter. Like, what if I wash that, the tiny face off and then do the Tribal Hunter? Because then I could do two. Mm. The Tribal Hunter one is better. I'll tell you what. If I ask Damon about the dead face, and if Damon doesn't like the dead face, and we go with a tiny face for his pumpkin, what? What? I feel like I need subtitles or something right now. No, I know who that is. I'm just like, what? What are you talking about? More words, please. I wish you could dress up as Munch, though. I. How would I do that? See, there's several problems. I, as a human, and that's just generally a problem. I really wish I wasn't a human a lot of the time. I, as a defective human, also, I don't have any of his costume, any of it, and I don't know what an orc version would begin to look like. Like, you know. I wish I could dress up as anything. It would be cool. Anything cool. But I don't, and I can't, because that needs more monies. So, yeah. See, I like making videos, and I love like making the videos. Like, that part of it is fun and stuff. I just can't do it as much because as much. Because it takes time and money and stuff, and I don't have a lot of either. That's sad. Anyway, if Damon doesn't like if he likes the tiny face more than he likes the dead face idea, then I will do the tiny face on the pumpkin, and I'll do the tribal hunter face on my tummy. But if he likes the dead face more than the tiny face, then I will do the tiny face on my tummy. Because I like that idea, but you know. So yeah. Oh, here's something interesting-ish. I was talking to one of my friends today about they're trying to get me to watch the Lord of the Rings series. They're trying to get me to hate watch it because, like, I happen to know a lot about the lore and everything, and it's driving them crazy because they know a bit about the lore as well, and they're pointing out all of the irritating bullshit that's happening in that series. And I want to do that too, kind of, but I don't want to watch it because I know it's going to wind me up. And everything I've heard about it so far is already winding me up. So it's like, yeah. But no, he got me thinking about the dwarves that were given the rings, the 7 dwarves. They're just not the Snow White stuff. Basically, 7 rings were given to the 7 dwarven kings, right? And the whole story about like what happens to them is like, Sauron gave them the rings so that he could eventually control them and control the dwarven armies. That was his plan. It didn't work. It didn't turn out well for the dwarves, but it didn't work the way that he wanted it to. What in fact happened was the dwarven kings became more greedy. Like, it did affect them, but it just made them more greedy and like more hateful to the other kings and stuff. They become hoarding their shit. One of them turns into a dragon, I think. But it's just, what's really funny is that basically, like, there's no mention about what happens to them. They just become more greedy and just more shit. But all of them become more fat. So it's a bunch of fat dwarven kings, and it's just like, it just sounds cute. Fat grumpy old men under the ground. Just sounds cute. I don't know why, but it just got me thinking about that a lot today. I just thought it was funny. Anyway, yeah, I meant to mention this earlier. That's why I mention it now. I It was funny. By the way, Lord of the Rings on Amazon. The things I'm hearing about it hurt. Galadriel is this, like, super badass woman who can fight and is just a badass at everything. And it's like, she doesn't have any combat experience in the Silmarillion or in Lord of the Rings or anything. What the fuck is going on? She's this super elegant lady witch, like elf Wiccan lady. She's very intelligent and just poised and stuff. And yet everything that I've seen, every time I see like an advert for it, or like a clip or two, she's kind of like fighting. She's in very unelegant poses around stuff. She like gets captured at one stage, and then like she unshackles herself and beats up everybody in the dungeon or wherever she was being held or something. And it's like, Legolas couldn't do this, and he was a trained warrior. You've had no training. Like, never, ever had any training for this shit. What the hell is going on? And don't get me started on the whole dwarves and how they don't have beards and stuff, and it's like, oh. No, just no. Does sound cute. It does, doesn't it? Grumpy old chunky dwarfs just sounds adorable. It's just like Gimli, but more older and more grumpy and more chunkier. It's like, that's perfect. That just sounds adorable. But yeah, I just like that. Like, ew, I'm Sauron. I've got an evil plan. I'm going to make all these rings, and it will control people, and I'll be able to do whatever. And it's like, this guy doesn't know anything about anybody, does he? I mean, yes, that might work on the humans, but elves can't be controlled. They become not elves when they're being controlled, or if they do anything bad, they become not elves anymore. Dwarfs are too strong-willed in their own, endeavors, so they can't be controlled. Like I said, they just got greedier. They got greedier and grumpier. I mean, that's it. So yeah, it'll work. It will definitely work on the humans. But what were you thinking? Galadriel is wearing her ring. She gets given a ring, and then she just wears it. It's like, oh, it's trying to control me. Oh well. Yeah, you can't do that to elves. You just can't, especially Galadriel. It just wouldn't work. He's a dumbass. The bad guy's a dumbass. Anyway, yeah. Tolkien is weird. Tolkien fiction is weird. It just is like, it sounds like it's a reasonable plan until somebody smart comes into the room. Everything in Tolkien is like this. It's like everything sounds like a reasonable plan, and then somebody smart comes into the room, and it's like, or you could just, get someone else, or like mind control somebody else, or do something, and to throw the ring into the place where it will never be found. You know, they didn't even have to go to the mountain. There was an ocean. There was an ocean where the ring can never be found. And as far as we know, Tolkien myths, like I mean, there might be a creature somewhere that will find it, whatever. But if you basically take a boat into the middle of the ocean, which you can do, and then drop it into the ocean, it's going to take forever to get back to where Sauron can take control over it. You know, there's just so many other ways of fixing this problem, and they don't consider any of them. It's like, no, it's got to be thrown into that volcano. It's like, really, really. There's many ways in which you can destroy this thing, or lose it forever. You know. I mean, the elves are going to go off to the Undying Lands, right? They're going off to die. They're going to go live forever in basically heaven over there, right? Can you just take it with you? Just, I mean, there's no coming back from that. Just go over, just take it over there. I mean, what the fuck? Get a ghost to do it. We find out that ghosts exist. Go get a ghost to do it. Just anything. Just like I said, Tolkien's writing is just, it sounds like reasonable plans, and all this stuff sounds reasonable that when you read it, if you can get through the poetry and the songs and the rhyming and if you can get through all of that, then it does sound like a reasonable story. It does sound like a good story until a smart person walks into the room and points out stuff, and then it's like, where was this person for Tolkien when he was writing this? Because yeah. Sorry, just a mini rant. One of the reasons why I'm not watching The Lord of the Rings is because they break law. They break the law, and it hurts. Because you know what's worse is they break law because they think they can do better, and it's like the fucking hubris of the people that are writing this, that are making this show, to think that they can do better than the author, than Tolkien, is just ouch. Like, yeah. I mean, like Lord of the Rings, the movies, they're not terrible. I don't really like them, but they don't break the law. They fuck with timescales and stuff, because the entirety of Lord of the Rings takes place over maybe a couple of months, when in the books it takes years. It takes like 20 years for all of this shit to happen, you know. So yeah, doesn't it take an entire year or two before Frodo even begins to basically be like, I can do this. You know, he gets told by Gandalf that, you know, I'm gonna go research something, and then I'll be back. Let me know if you want to come with me when I come back. And he goes away for like a couple of years or something. Whereas it all happens in like the next day he comes back or something in the movie. I don't know. I'm not going to go into The Hobbit because The Hobbit is painful. I haven't even seen like the last two movies. Sorry. I know I was leaving. Jesus, I got talking about bullshit stuff. Law is meant to be broken. I don't believe so. I don't believe like important parts are meant to be broken. I'm okay with some. I'm okay with stretching the lore even, but like complete, you know, complete disregard for the universe that has already been created is kind of just is not cool, you know. Especially when you mess with the dwarves. They're perfect. Don't fuck with the dwarves. I think that's what it is, because I think it's because like one of the things that bugs me about you know, that's the main thing about Lord of the Rings, is that I've got a slight investment in Lord of the Rings, because like years and years and years ago, I kind of like joined a sort of RP, like a role playing server thing, and I created like a character in the Lord of the Rings universe, and it was basically me. It was a half dwarf, half human tradesman that, you know, traded between I was a helper of initiation of trade between the dwarfs and the humans in this one town. So I kind of exist in that universe. So when you mess with the universe, it's kind of just like, well, you hurt me, you know? Don't fuck with the dwarves. I don't care about the humans. You do whatever you want with the humans, but don't fuck with the dwarves. Oh, Lord of the Rings, by the way, the series, it takes place in this age where there is basically Atlantis, you know, like before Atlantis fell. It's like there's a city, and it takes place in this city. And in this city, it's kind of like a combination, like the people that live in this city are supposed to be um, it's like as if you took the best of humankind, the best of the elves, and like these godlike creatures, and you combined them into this awesome fusion, and you made, I can't remember what they're called in the book, but they're basically like super people, you know. They're supposed to be not eternal because they've got human in them, but they live a long time. They're supposed to be stronger than elves. They're supposed to be like you know, faster than elves. They're supposed to be way better than elves because they've added the human genome into their mix or something. Um, so they're supposed to be these tall, long-haired, um, Mediterranean-esque kind of like people. And in the series, they're just people. In the series, elves act just like people. In the series, dwarves act like people. The fucking predecessors of the halflings, of the hobbits, act like people. Although granted, they're kind of supposed to act like people, but it's just that they're fucking human. It just that drives me crazy. Again, I've not even watched the show. I've seen clips, but I just know this is the thing. They're not. Yeah, it hurts. Dwarves are people as well. Yeah, like act like dwarves. You're supposed to act like elves. You're supposed to act like, you know, halflings, whatever. I don't like it. I don't like it. Stop it. Stop doing that. It's like when Star Trek, when they messed with Star Trek. It's just like I don't like it when you do that. does sound painful. I know. I know you don't care, probably. It's just that I was talking with my friend, and it's just like I've not talked to anybody about it. Not even Damon, because Damon doesn't watch it. He's not watching it on purpose. He's avoiding talking about it. So I've had nobody to talk about it. So even if you're not listening, and it's completely understandable for you if you don't listen, I get it. I do. But somebody hopefully out there will listen, and they'll share my pain. But yeah. I don't yet exist in the universe, by the way, because my character is set in the same timeline as the Lord of the Rings. So that's just after the Hobbit story. So that's in like the third age or something, and this is in the first age that the series takes place in. So I don't exist for another like 1,000 years or so. So yeah. I was really invested for like a good year into that role playing server. I don't think it exists anymore. Sad. Especially since now I sort of resemble my character. So yeah. Anyway, right, I'm off. I will be back tomorrow. A lot earlier than this to do the filming for whatever pumpkin design I do on my tummy. When all of the pumpkins are carved, I won't do the carving on stream again. Again, mostly because I don't think anybody would be around for it. But you'll see the designs when they are done on the pumpkins. Hopefully they'll be good. And yeah, I'll film a spooky video maybe. Hopefully directed by you guys. Otherwise, I'm just going to do the same stuff that I did for my other spooky video. So yeah. And then of course the next day, or for me it's tomorrow, there will be the Orc video filming and the Halloweeny party. And again, I don't know when that will be exactly, but hopefully it'll be a time when there'll be at least another person watching, because I will need direction. And I am going to try to sort something else out in here to make a set or something. This just feels a bit, I don't know. I need to make sure that my lightsaber's charged, because I want to use that for some of the lighting. And it'll be a shame if it just turns off in the middle of filming. So yeah. Oh, you can totally wait. Anyway. Belly rubs. 22. Belly salute. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. By the way, I've had Cocoa Pops as like my late night dinner, my second dinner, whatever. I had Cocoa Pops, like I had cereal, and my mouth is incredibly salty tasting. Don't get it. You lost the power. I'm just gonna go. Seriously, more words. Toodles. That was stinky. That was actually stinky. That tiny toot was so smelly. Right. No, I get that, kind of. It wasn't a very good one. So I'm going. Okay, bye.